a lot of time, kind of just trying to get it in a good place, and he's warmed up, and I think everything I'm hearing is positive, and he's in a good place, and I'm ready to go.
I don't know Drew found his shooting touch the first couple of games, but I think through 3 games about 10 assists. And what have you seen maybe from his playmaking, ball distribution these first 3 games?
Yeah, no, I mean, he can do so many different things. I think he can score if we need him to score, when we need him to score. But him with the ball, making decisions, whether it be finding Chris or Giannis or Brooke or whoever it may be on penetration. Just happy with how he's playing, and he's in a good place. He's got a big challenge defensively. Ask a lot of him on both ends of the court, but he loves that.
Same starters for you guys tonight?
Yes.
With Giannis, it feels like he's gotten very comfortable in that mid-range, whether it's a hook that hits in Brooklyn, he hits a fader in the middle the other night. Just what have you seen from him specifically in that regard, in that mid-range area? I know he's worked so much on it over the years, but to kind of see that pay off.
Yeah, no, those are big baskets, and it's I think his confidence is just growing. The more reps he gets, so we just need him to keep getting to good spots, playing with confidence, feeling the crowd if there is one, and playing with his teammates, and getting to his shots when he can.
Very rarely in this postseason has he experienced foul trouble due to offensive fouls. That's something that hasn't been true the last 2 postseasons. What have you seen from him to stay away from that?
Yeah, I mean, we just always talk about his growth. I think his understanding of the game. I think him growing as a player and having more things. He's just. I think the game is. He sees it. He sees it well, and sees it, I think, better. With each game and with each season, so on and so forth. So I think it's a big area where he's grown.
I know we've seen Dante scooting around a little bit. Just what has he meant to you guys that even though obviously he's not going to play this postseason, that he's still around?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's one of those guys that's got great personality. The players just love having him around, and he's smart. For a young guy, I think he can add things. He can be another voice. Whether it be timeouts or film sessions and things like that, and just love having him around. And he finds ways to help us, even on the scooter.
Has he gotten faster? Like, is he taking corners better?
I was behind him, and I was trying to assess, but I couldn't come up with one.
How different are the actions, the stuff that the Hawks run if Trey's not out there, and then with him being a game time decision, I guess how difficult is it to prepare the day before and the day of when you don't know if he's going to be out there?
Yeah, I mean, you mostly prepare as if he is going to play. And, like I've said a bunch of times over the last couple of weeks, there's just fundamental things that we do night in and night out against the great players, against every team, against, there's so many different actions that, require everybody to be on the same page. So, I would expect the ball to be in Williams' hands more. Gallinari's had it a lot. Collins has had it a lot. Bogdanovich is capable. Herter's capable. I think the actions may change some, but not as much as probably one would think.
Mike, this is going back just a couple nights ago, but when Chris is doing what he's doing, how much of it in the moment do you appreciate? And, are you able to take a pause with everything that's going on and sort of acknowledge to yourself what's happening? And then when you go back and look at it, how much different does it feel to you when you watch it on film as opposed to real time?
Yeah, I mean, when it's happening real time, lots of times you're just kind of going to what's next and trying to get a stop, and you want to have a feel for the game. But, a lot of it happened, somewhat organically, different ways. And, so I certainly, there's appreciation, there's a feel for it. But lots of times there's just, kind of going to the next play and trying to figure out if we can get a stop and then play off of the stop and play fast and play random. So given that and then watching it, a little bit the same, you see it and you feel it, but then it happens in some organic and he makes tough shots. You know, he gets to some, you know, some things that he's unique and gifted. So it's a little bit of both in the moment and watching it on film.
Chris on Zoom.
Hey, Bud, I wanted to ask you about the number of runouts you guys are getting. You're getting a lot of points that way and even drawing some fouls. And just kind of wonder, is that part of the game plan? That a function of the long rebounds off the threes?
You know, again, I think the players are just smart. You know, we want to get out and run, but, you know, we got to rebound first. We got to keep them in front of us first. We got to contest first, make them miss. And, you know, I think the guys are just, you know, I think they're locked in defensively and including trying to get the boards. And, you know, if we can get out and get behind the defense, and, you know, whether it's that one or creating corner threes and high quad threes with people running, you know, it's something we want to do kind of on a nightly basis. All right, thank you guys.